Hello guys, welcome back to our new video. So I hope you are enjoying my all the Python series. So till now we covered data structure, loops, conditional statement, and the most important two keywords that are required, that is called as a break and continue. Okay. Now we will moving forward with our my particularly most favorite topic. Basically, this is called as exception handling. Okay. And after the exception handling, I will take one lecture. Inside that, we will solve all the programs that are required for the interview. Okay, so don't miss that video. After exception handling, I will do that. So basically, I will try to cover exception handling in a single video. But if not possible, then I will make the two videos of the exception handling. So definitely, you can look at this topic, because this topic is very important. Because see, basically, exception handling. Try to see like exception handling in a real time scenario also. Basically, exception, what exactly exception? Exception means, in simple word, we can say it is a error, one type of error. Okay. And handling, everyone know, if the error is coming, then we need to handle that in real time also. You can consider one simple example, like for example, you done some mistake, you done some wrong statement and all that, but that is not a way like you need to like go ahead with that exception and that error. It's not possible, right? So every time if the error is occurs in real time also, in real life also, if the error is come, then we need to handle that error, then and then only life will be sorted. If you are particularly focused on that error, then life will be definitely difficult. Similar way in Python programming language or in any programming language, exception handling is most important topic. So whenever exception is coming, you need to handle that exception in real life also and in programming language also. Okay, the name itself suggests that exception, one type of error. Handling, we need to handle that error, then and then only life will be sorted. So without wasting time, we will moving forward with our next topic, that is called as the exception handling. Okay. Yes. Okay, so as I told, basically, exception means what? It is a one type of error. So whenever the error coming into the program, we can say that, yeah, this error is coming, but we need to solve that error. We can't see the error particularly and waiting for that error, right? We need to solve that error. So I'm trying with a very easy example. Okay, so here also you can easily cover the Python, sorry, for loop and while loop, or anything like if else, or list also particularly. Like for example, I am creating one list. Okay. And after that, I am trying to printing that list. Okay. After printing that list, I want to print the number 5 that are not present in list, right? So basically, yeah, I'm using like that, I'm using the print. Okay. And I'm using the yellow. Now everyone knows exactly what is meant by indexing, all that, right? So there are two types of indexing: positive indexing, negative indexing. Positive indexing means basically starting from 0. Negative indexing means starting from the -1. Now if try to see what is the highest possible index in that, right? 0, 1, 2, 3. At the index number 3, if you are trying to print the index number 3, it will be printing the 4. But what if, okay, without erasing that code, I am pasting in next code and I'm using the yellow 4, that is not present, because your highest index, highest positive index is should be only 3, but I am trying to printing the index number 4. Okay. Definitely it will be giving error, and read the error. It is given you that is a index error. So definitely it will be index error, but we don't want that error, so we need to handle that error. Okay. So whenever, every time whenever you see the error, okay, you need to use the try block, and inside that we need to follow the indentation. Now everyone knows what is meant by indentation and all that. So simple thing, always remember, which line giving you the error, try to print that line in a try block. That's it, nothing else. And for handling, we need to use the except block. Okay. If you know the particular error, definitely you can use the index error as a e. If you don't know, then except, you can use exception. This is basically our base class. Okay. Exception as a e. And if I am trying to printing that, c. Okay. Now your error is going, but what exactly it will printing? Exception means the error is printing, but it will not giving you the error. Why? Because we handle that error. That is why the exception handling is very important topic. Okay. We need to handle that error, because everyone know Python basically runtime language, right? Means it will be execution should be like runtime, one line by line, one by one it will be execution. So in between third or fourth line the error is coming, then it will not execute the fifth line. So we need to solve that line. That's why we need to use the exception handling. Simple thing, remember, whenever you see the error, put that error line in a try block, use the exception as a if for handling that. That's it. This is basically try and except. Okay, and now for example I want to print like I want to print message, hello, my name is Harsh. Okay, simple, right? See, why it is basically syntax error coming, because we are mentioning the, sorry, yes, double quote outside the comma. Got it? So you also try that error. So if you are seeing that error and you are solving that error, this is basically called as a programming language. If the error coming, don't be panic. Try to read the error, solve that error. Okay. So if you are noticing here, why this message will be printing, why the except block is executing, because L of 4 is not possible. But what if I have written L of 3? Now everyone knows what exactly index number of 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So I run that code. See, now except block will be not executed. Why? Because the error is not coming. Simple. Whenever the error coming, then and then only except block will be executed. Otherwise, try block as it is. Nothing rocket science. Okay. Whenever, simple thing is, always remember, whenever you see the particular line giving you the error, simply put that line in a try block, handle with that in a except block. That's it. This is basically called as exception handling. This is basically basic of exception handling, because if I'm giving you more example in depth, then definitely it will be become a lengthy video. So if you want to learn the Python basically start to end, then definitely you can connect me on LinkedIn. I am ready to help you. Okay, so this is most important two keyword, that is called as try except. Now the third most important keyword that is very useful in a exception handling, and that is called as a finally. The name itself suggests that finally. So it doesn't care, it always executed. If your try block is executed, or your else block, sorry, your except block is executed, don't care. Okay, now see, if I run that code, now everyone knows L of 3, it will be giving the 4 output, but if you are seeing the output, it will be printing the start also. Why? Because we return in a finally block. Now L of 5, that is not a present. This is basically index out of bound error. Now once again I am running that. See, the error is also coming, but finally block is also printed. Got it? Simple thing, nothing rocket science. Finally block is always executed. It doesn't care about the try block, except block. Always remember try block. Whenever you see the error, simply put that line in the try block. Whenever you see, okay, means whenever the error is coming, then and then only except block will be executed. Okay, and the finally it will always executed. It doesn't wait for the particular like try, except and all that. Okay, and the last basically keyword that very useful in exception handling, basically this is not support in Java, but it will be support in your Python language, and that is called as else. Now everyone knows, already we learned the else block also, right? Now try to guess. Okay, see, what do you think, the else block is executed or not? What is written in else block? Hi. So it will be printing? No. Why? Because always remember, this is very important. Okay. Whenever your except block will be executed, else block not executed. I repeat, whenever your except block executed, else block will not be printed. I repeat, whenever except block is executed, else block will not printed. Now see, if I am printing here, now everyone know L of 0, definitely try block will be executed, because L of 0 is the 1. Now your else block will be executed. Simple. Now I will, within 1 minute I will revise each and everything. Simple. Okay, don't be panic. Single word, always remember. What is try? Whenever you see the error, put that line in a try block. That's it. What is except? It is used for handling that error. Try and except, not at all executed at the same time. Once try, once except. That's it. If the try executed, except will not executed. If except executed, try not executed. Then finally, it will always executed. It doesn't care about try, except, else, fine, anything. Finally means finally. Okay. And what about else? I repeat. Okay. Related to else. Whenever your try block executed, else definitely executed. Whenever your except block is executed, else block will not be executed. Okay. If I am again repeating, then it will be confusing for you, so try to watch this video again and again, so you can definitely understand what exactly try, except, else, and finally. And here I am giving only one example related to list. You can solve as many as program, try to printing, try to make error and giving that error in a try block, just like list methods, tuple methods, dictionary method. We already learned that, right? So for example, I want to use the count method, right? The count method is which is used in every data structure, but for example I am trying to use the append method. Yeah, it will be executed only list, but you can create a tuple and try to use the append method, then definitely it will giving error. Then that error line you can put in a try block, except exception as a e, else finally it depends on you, but try and except will be mandatory. So till then, yeah, everyone knows practice makes man perfect. Till then, bye bye, enjoy the learning with Harsh. Take care.